From the unbelievable price to the huge amount of games on offer, there are a ton of reasons to love Xbox Game Pass, and quite frankly, we can't imagine our lives without it. There are so many reasons, in fact, that we thought we'd list just a few of our favourites for you.
The first thing that hits you about the Xbox Game Pass library is just how gosh darn big it is. With a selection that now extends across some 300 titles, when this video goes up, there are thousands of hours worth of fun to be had. From massive Xbox series like Gears of War and Halo, to huge third-party ones like Control, Destiny, and Outriders. So many of the biggest names in gaming are just a button press away once you've got an Xbox Game Pass membership. And that extends across every genre imaginable too. From racers like Forza Horizon to sports sims like FIFA and MLB The Show, tactical shooters like Rainbow Six Siege, and epic RPGs like Fallout 4. In short, sign up for Xbox Game Pass and you'll never be out of things to play ever again.
But the best thing about the Game Pass library is that it's constantly having new titles added as well, including some of the year's biggest releases. What do Psychonauts 2, 12 Minutes, and Outriders all have in common? Well, on top of being some of 2021's biggest releases, they all arrived onto Xbox Game Pass on day one. And in the months and years to come, they'll be joined by every single Xbox Game Studios release, which means games like Halo Infinite, Forza Horizon 5, and Fable will all drop straight onto the service. Oh, and remember how Bethesda decided to become a part of the Xbox family? That whole $7.5 billion industry-changing bit of business? No? That's fine. It's easy to lose track of the little things, but it basically means that every one of their new titles will be a day one Xbox Game Pass release as well. So if you're anxiously awaiting the arrival of Redfall, Starfield, or Elder Scrolls 6, this is the good news that you've been waiting for.
And if all of that wasn't enough, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members also get a subscription to EA Play chucked in, granting them access to a whole bunch of other games. That means major sports sim series like FIFA and Madden, enough to keep every sort of football fan happy. Or if you lean more towards geek than jock, there are also EA's awesome Star Wars titles like Squadrons and Jedi Fallen Order to take you back to that galaxy far, far away. And then there's the Battlefield series, Knockout City, Dragon Age, Need for Speed, pretty much every type of game you could possibly want, courtesy of the good folks at Electronic Arts.
But as much as we love getting hyped for the next big release, we would be amiss to ignore the incredible back catalogue which Xbox has built up over its 3 previous console generations. You can dive all the way back to the OG Xbox to uncover treasures like Blinx the Time Sweeper, or to prep for Halo Infinite by going back to the very beginning of the story with the Master Chief Collection, which even lets you toggle back to the original graphics if you're looking for a shot of pure polygony nostalgia. Then there are all the 360 classics like the Fable trilogy and the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Just straight up some of the best games of all time right there. Whether you're discovering them for the first time or revisiting your cherished favourites, having a full 20 years of Xbox at your fingertips takes the idea of backwards compatibility to a whole new level.
Of course, while we're looking back fondly over the many shapes our X-marked boxes have taken over the years, it's easy to forget that console gaming is just one part of the wider Xbox world, and Game Pass gives you the keys to the entire kingdom. On top of its extensive range of console games, the service provides a ton of great PC options. That includes a bunch of titles that are pretty much synonymous with mouse and keyboard gaming, like Football Manager 2021, The Sims 4, Tropico 6, and the highly anticipated Age of Empires 4. And to expand your playing possibilities even further, there are now a host of titles which can be streamed directly onto your console, PC, or mobile device, so you don't even have to wait for them to download. Plus, a whole bunch of cloud games now come with specially tailored touch controls, so it really puts a whole new world of gaming right at your fingertips.
Which brings us to another awesome feature which cloud gaming is about to open up. Okay, so backward compatibility is all well and good, but are you ready for us to really blow your minds? How about the Xbox One becoming forwards compatible? Actually, that's kind of a clunky term, so scrap that. But the most important thing is this: Xbox Game Pass is soon going to allow some next-gen titles to be streamed directly onto Xbox One. So if you've been enviously watching your friends gliding through the air in Microsoft Flight Simulator on their Xbox Series X and S, then don't worry. You might soon be getting bumped up to that first-class gaming experience when the game joins the cloud, and you won't even have to pay the cost of a new console. Cloud gaming and Xbox Game Pass are already game changers, but getting to check out the latest titles without going through a full hardware upgrade, that's the stuff dreams are made of right there.
Downloading games off of Xbox Game Pass rather than buying them individually is great because you don't have to sweat each decision. You can just grab a game, try it out, and move on to something else if it's not for you. No harm done. But sometimes you still want to actually own a game outright. Maybe it's one that won't be on Game Pass forever. Maybe you still want to be able to play it even if you pause your membership for a while. Maybe you're planning to hand it down to future generations of your family so that they can know what it was to live in a time of gang beasts and boyfriend dungeons. Whatever the reason, you can still save money with Xbox Game Pass with up to 20% off titles actively in the catalog.
Adding even more value to the Game Pass package is the fact that all Ultimate memberships also come with a complimentary helping of Xbox Live Gold. That means you can take Xbox Game Pass titles like Sea of Thieves online without having to pay for a separate subscription. Pretty much the best deal you're going to get anywhere without resorting to some actual real-life piracy. And don't do that. It's dangerous and your parents will get mad. Not to mention the 4 free games with gold that you can claim every month along with your subscription. More games, you say? Go on then. And of course, Xbox also now lets you play free-to-play games like Rocket League and Fortnite online without even having a gold membership. So there really are nothing but good options here. Except piracy, because again, that's still a bad option.
If you're looking to score even more gaming swag, there are also the Game Pass quests, which will start popping up whenever you're playing an Xbox Game Pass title. These quests are basically little mini missions, which can range from fail-proof things like opening a certain game to cunning in-game objectives. Not only do they provide fun new challenges for you to take on, but you can then redeem them for fabulous prizes using Microsoft reward points, which basically means you can eventually earn even more games to play by playing the games you currently have. It's just like being a famous streamer, only you probably won't get to appear in a Ryan Reynolds movie. Sorry.
Here in the UK, we're not very good at talking about money, which is why we've kind of spent this whole video politely circumnavigating the elephant in the room. Xbox Game Pass is just incredibly cheap. Whether you're going for a single platform plan or the all-encompassing Ultimate membership, the monthly cost comes in around a tenner, which is sort of mind-blowing when you compare it to the amount you would otherwise spend on new games, Xbox Live Gold, and the rest. Hundreds of titles at your disposal, plus a whole bunch of ways to play them, and the promise of loads more massive releases available on the day they come out. Not a bad little deal in our humble opinion.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell to keep track of all the latest updates and additions. See you next time.